Hi everyone, a very big namaste from this beautiful divine space called New Age Sage in our Amchi Mumbai in Andheri West. So thank you very much to the lovely team out here, Priyanka, Pooja, Pradeep, Ruchi, for having me join hands with all of you. And it's great to be there in this space and share my first ever Facebook live chat with you all. So we have this wonderful, powerful event coming up on this Sunday, 29th of July, for celebrating and saluting the Guru within, the master, the teacher, the mentor, the coach, and everything else that we have been gifted with. So today we are going to discuss who is this eternal guru that is resting within all of us, and why is it important to kind of awaken this guru? What is it that is required of us, and why is it even, why should we even bother to do it? So I'm open to your questions if you have any questions, and I shall say things of sharing my learnings with you, and we can keep it interactive of feel free to budge in for this quick 20 minutes live chat that we have.
So we have one question. This person is asking, do we all have a guru within us?
Absolutely, yes. We cannot be born or incarnated without this guru, and that guru has many a names. This guru, many of us call it the soul, the spirit, the energy, the consciousness, the breath, the awareness, and whatsoever names in the dictionary that we want to give, that is the guru within us. And it is that latent energy, that innate power that is resting within each of us, which is kind of dormant. It is in slumber. So, in our Indian scriptures, we have heard about the Kumbhakaran, who slept for years and years and years. So it is that sleeping energy that is lying latent and is kind of, waiting for us to tap into it, awaken it, so that we can utilize it to our optimum potential.
So the event that we have on Sunday, what are the core things that will be covered on that day, and what can we look forward for?
For the event on Sunday, firstly, that 27th July actually is the Gurupurnima, which is the full moon. It is also the full lunar eclipse. That means, it is going to also be the longest eclipse as such, the moon eclipse, the lunar eclipse. It is a very powerful energy, the full moon. Usually full moons are for releasing of energy, of letting go, of shedding, and kind of saying bye-bye to all the unserving, of that which has served its purpose, and that which we need no more. And this full moon is very crucial, and is also celebrated in its form, or in its essence, as the Gurupurnima that we call in India especially. And Gurupurnima is a reverence to our teachers, physical teachers, mentors, virtual or spiritual. There could be a book that could be my guru. There could be somebody who I really, I love their ideology, I love their belief system, and I'm following that even though I've not met that person ever in my life. So a guru can be just anything. The guru can be my cat at home many a times, that she teaches me things. The guru can be your rickshaw driver and your cab driver. The guru can be just anyone who connects with our awareness within. And when we awaken that awareness from within is when we will tap into that awareness outside of us as well. And that is what we are going to cover on 29th of July, Sunday. We'll explore a few techniques and ways that have been gifted to me. God has been very kind of, leveraging and giving this little dictation of life. And it's okay, some little musical things happen with all our phones doing this live piece. So enjoy the music in between whenever you get it, okay? And we'll explore ways and techniques that you can take home to work on awakening this latent energy force within each of us.
So, okay, when we talk about gurus, is it also that we learn different things from different people, right? So, can there just be one guru, or can there be many gurus?
No, see, each of us kind of, whether like, many of us are in search of the guru, that, I will meet the perfect master. So as my God, master and everything, Meher Baba says that each of us, yes, does need a guiding force, does need a guru as such. And to be under the guidance of a real guru is, as we say, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So that does take place. But as I said, that the guru can be just anything and everything. The whole of creation is a vital life force energy. So if I tap into that innate energy, if I align my inner energy with that life force outside of me, then we are combining to align with the universal guiding force. And that would be tapping into that force within me and constantly kind of, taking me to the next step. So many people feel that, oh, if I don't have a guru, I'm lost. No, rather than brooding over that, see who God is bringing to be your guru around you. See if God is trying to teach you through your relationships. See if God is trying to teach you through your seemingly wrong habits, or through some kind of belief system that you need to release and let it go. So we are taught from everything that is around us. Because the inside energy is shut and in slumber, we do not reconnect outside of it. We do not get it. We do not have the aha, this is it. We do not get that because this energy is sleeping inside. The moment I make conscious efforts to awaken this energy, then all that the universe is bringing outside of me will start connecting and aligning with it.
So how does one awaken it?
So there are many ways to awaken, which we will, exercises and all, which we will cover actually in the Sunday 2-hour event that we have. But briefly, first of all, I would say that let's begin with why do you need to even do that? As I said, why do you need to bother to awaken this, this mentor or guru or master energy that is latent within all of us? For example, many times people say, oh, you are so blessed. Oh, I said, no, we all are blessed. It is just that we've not opened up the lid, the blessing box is there, and we've not opened up the lid to see what all is in store there. Each of us is blessed the same way that each of us is gifted. We all have this innate gifts of intuition, of all the, clairs, so to speak, of all the spiritual jazz that we know about today. We all have it. It is just that the intensity differs, the level differs, and whether anyone is actively opened it up or it's still passive in your life. That's the only difference. And that makes the big difference, actually. So when we work consciously, diligently, persistently, and with perseverance towards working on tapping into this innate energy within, then we shall start aligning in our life. So what does it do when we awaken this energy? So a few pointers from what I'm going to share on Sunday. A, it improves our focus and concentration. Now, when people talk about spirituality, people think it's all about the mountains and being ascetic and all being, oh, God is there. Yes, that is the inside part of it. But I do not need to go to the mountains to feel that energy. When I can live within the thick of the forest and still rise up above the drama, when I can rise beyond the drama, that is true spirituality. That is true awakening of that energy within us. That is the true awakening of the God within us. So focus and concentration and all of these other matters are a part of the mind, body, and spirit. Spirituality is not just about the soul. Spirituality is all about the entire wholesomeness, the holistic being and existence of our life. So it takes care of all planes of consciousness, right from our biological to physiological to mental to emotional to energetic to auric to astral and beyond. So on the focus and concentration, that today I leave the keys here and in 10 minutes I've forgotten where I've put my keys. I'm doing something but my focus is somewhere else. I am sitting somewhere for a meditation but I'm thinking, oh, what if the servant doesn't give food to my child? So we are living in different time zones. The time zone which is the emotional time zone, mental time zone and the physical time zone. They are disintegrated. So when we awaken this energy within, we bring focus and concentration. We start becoming aligned to the life force energy that is the propeller, that is the driving force, the compass, the radar that is going to show us the path, the next step. We create awareness and clarity. So, for example, even to choose, oh, what to wear today, a person may be spending 15 minutes. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to, no, not this one. Oh, let me wear this blue one. We spend almost good enough time in our whole 24 hours to just, kind of waste away, our precious moments in trivial and silly things that actually don't matter. But when we are awakening this energy within, then we will bring awareness and clarity. I will be clear of what I want in this next moment when I'm deciding to make a decision. I will be clear, no, I don't want to do this. No, I don't want to mess with this. No, I don't want to step out of this. No, I don't want to say a no for the sake of it. We will stop doing things for the sake of doing things. Awareness will seep in, whereby we will start using the power of no, for example. There are many people who come to me who say, oh, I can never say no, I'm such a nice person at soul. And then, then all of this turmoil I keep going through. But yes, who is asking you to do that? When you tap into this energy, you will have the power of saying that no with love, with compassion, and saying, no, I don't think I want to do this. I'm really very sorry. And with that same energy, the person will take it in the same light. The person will kind of, receive it with the same God's light and energy that you are giving with. Then it won't ruffle any feathers. Then it won't kind of create any irksome feelings in others' hearts. Or resentment. Oh, she said no to me. Oh, let her come to me now when she needs something. That won't happen. Yeah.
So a little bit about Sunday again, for the viewers who have joined in late, if you can just tell them what time to what time and what exactly are we going to be
Sure.
focusing on?
So all the wonderful people in Mumbai, if you can, please plan your evening to reach by 4:45 to Andheri West at New Age Sage, which is opposite City Mall. There is this lane that goes in, and there's this restaurant called Little Door. So just in line with that, in the same building, there is a gate, and you reach up to the first floor, and we'll all be waiting for you. It is a 2-hour session where the first is an interactive session, just like what I'm doing, but it'll be more with active questions from people sitting with us on how do we explore in our daily lives. The first thing that everybody says is, oh my God, in today's hectic life, I don't have time to go to the toilet, and you're asking me to awaken this guru and mentor and whatever nonsense within me. I said, no. We all have the ability to choke out that time. And when we give those few minutes to our own soul, we will see the difference. It is like saying that the very car that is going to drive you from one place to the other is neglected, and you don't see its engine oil, you don't see its fuel, you don't see the coolant, and you don't see its mechanism. But if you end up really doing that, then the car is going to be redundant very soon. So for the vehicle not to be redundant, we have to give time every day for the upkeep of it. And so is our soul. We do all of the things that we can for the salons and the spas and this and that for our vanity, for the external vanity. But what about the soul? So on Sunday, we will approach the entire life force energy from the perspective of the soul. What does your soul want from you? What does this guru mentor want from this disciple, which is the external ego, which we need to eradicate and eliminate, and make it like a slave to that internal master, and make it completely obedient to what it needs to do in its external life, so that it can consciously become aware of this internal inner guru.
And Roshani, if people need a direct appointment with you and a reading, a session, how do they get in touch with you? If you can just let them know.
For that, there are one that now I have joined hands with this wonderful place, so I will be available for a few days every month in this space, and they all can call up New Age Sage and ask for an appointment out here, and otherwise reach me directly through my website, where there is a reach us form, and they can fill up the forms, which is there with the date of birth and details. With me, I do not take direct appointments, so when somebody fills up the form according to its date, their date of birth and details that are given, I channel a slot for them. There are many a time I'm not guided to call somebody for a reading. So if I'm not guided, I do not call the person. So it is when I'm guided and for the date I'm guided, then accordingly the appointment is fixed and the person comes for a session.
Anything else you want to tell our viewers?
No, I just want to go through a few things. Is there any questions that anybody has? Please feel free to ask.
People are enjoying your chat, I believe, because a couple of them have said thanks for the wonderful talk.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad that you spared your precious time out of this busy evening to be there with us. So on quickly a few things, again on the benefits of awakening this inner energy. It calms down the entire MBS system, the mind, body and spirit energy system. It helps us eradicate the unserving and, kind of unwanted things or people or relationships in our life that we are not able to let go. Now, the misconception that we have is that to spiritually grow or to grow in anything, we have to learn things. We have to garner knowledge. But that garnering is a part of the ego mind. It wants to just accumulate knowledge from every possible way. The true aspect of ascension and spiritual growth is shedding, releasing, and letting go. What can you leave each day? Sit down with yourself every night. What can I let go? What is the habit? What is the thought? What is the belief that I need to let go? And that which I can let go. What is the thing that I can give up eating so that my body is taken care of, my soul is taken care of? See what you can shed off every single day. Work on eradicating your ego. Now, everybody again has a misconception of ego being, pride or arrogance. But no, ego is fear. Ego is insecurity. Ego is despondency. Ego is, frustration, anger, irritation, jealousy. All of this is ego. So again, write down the emotions that are common in your life. If you feel comparison is a very big emotional block in your life and you're constantly comparing yourself to others, then try to eradicate that. Work on that you eradicate comparison, because the comparison will always keep you in a lack energy from the point of Z that you want to reach. So if you are idolizing somebody and are jealous that, oh my God, why can't I do like this, and why can't I be like this, and she always gets this and she's over there and I'm still over here, you will always be in that lack between where you are and where that person is. So when you awaken this energy, you will stop comparing. You will know your true potential and you will try to act upon that potential and make it polish it, harness it further. It is like, nurturing the plant in your neighbor's garden and hoping that your plant will grow. You can't do that. So when you focus on your plant, when you focus on your garden of life, then you shall have beautiful flowers and fauna around you. Yeah. It opens doorways to your unknown gifts. Now, all of these unknown latent gifts, as I said, we all have these gifts. Gifts of intuition, gifts of hearing this inner voice, gifts of connecting to our angels, to our guides, to our divine energies that surround us. All of these are gifts from the Creator. And if we tap into this innate energy within, we'll be able to release the toxic layers in our auric field, thereby connecting to the divine forces which are outside of us as well, so that we can work in tandem. All the mess in life, we all create by our own selves. But the goodness, we can co-create with this divine force. So when we release and shed the nonsense, we'll be able to join hands. When the door is closed, I cannot welcome anybody. But when the door is open, I can welcome the goodness that needs to come into my life.
Roshani, we have one more question from
Sure.
Apeksha. She says, sometimes even though we know what we should let go, we still can't. Why is that?
The reason A is again coming back to ego. Our ego, even when we are, for example, in illness or going through an abusive relationship or a not so good seeming relationship, it is a comfort zone. I better be with this known devil than get into the world again outside to welcome new hurt. So we already program ourselves that I'm going to be hurt. And because I don't want to be hurt from another unknown person or meet another monkey in life, I would rather stay with this devil. So there are many times that we consciously know that this is not good for us, but it is the comfort zone of the ego. It is a slavery to the ego that does not allow us to get out of that threshold, that Lakshman Rekha that we create. And we want to be in that martyrdom. Bichara mein, the victim mode. Oh, I've been, it's very karmic, this relationship. 20 years I've been in it. But yes, it is karmic. That's why you're in it. But I'm sure that the very moment that karma made you realize that it is karmic, it also had a solution of learning the lessons and moving out of it. We don't have to plunk ourselves and hatch eggs of the lessons. We have to retain the lessons and let go of the person, the event, the resentment. The very reason why we create these things that we actually need to let go is to learn from them. But we end up with resentment, cursing, cribbing, hurting ourselves and others, unforgiveness, thereby creating more baggage on the same lesson. And therefore, for example, we may jump relationships or we may jump jobs, but the very fact of the lesson that is left behind is not learned. We will keep repeating this lesson in different forms in our life. So if you realize something needs to be let go, pray to your guardian angels, pray to whichever God or the power that you believe in. Even if you don't believe in any power, God doesn't say atheists cannot pray or cannot ask for manifestation. I know of many atheists who have the best manifested lives because they believe in the power within. So even if you believe that power of, 5'5" person exists on this world and planet, great enough, begin from there. And believe in that power beyond and within you and start working. Why do I need to let this go? What is it in it for me to extract as far as a lesson? Extract the juice entirely. Take the lesson out of it and then just let go of the person. But our clinging ego doesn't allow us to let go. So pray to your guardian angels to allow you to let go, for working deeply on your emotions that need to be healed. We always have something that is unhealed in us. An event may take place and you get angry, but 80% is not the fault of that event. 80% is the fault of other unhealed energies that are resting within us, and it is only 20% of that current event which becomes the catalyst to trigger us. And then we blast like a volcano. So when something happens, go within rather than asking why he or she did this to me. Go within and ask this power inside you, that force inside you. Why did I get triggered? What inside me is unhealed that has been tapped by this person through this event? And once you ask the right questions, you will see the magic unfold in the form of right answers and right manifestations around you. So Ivansha, how to love our own self, you want to know, and how to come out of this self for self-esteem and confidence. Ivansha, now the aspect of outer looks or vanity or anything, oh, everybody thinks I'm like this, oh, everybody thinks I'm not so good looking, oh, everybody thinks this way or that way. First of all, basic ground rule for you to believe and accept that everything outside of me, all the shit, ugly, good, bad, nonsense, is my inner reflection. It is the mirror that I'm putting in front of me, and the mirror will only tell what is it. I remember this old anecdote where we used to click pictures in our college trips and all, and sometimes we still say that, and we say, "Arey yaar, this photo is not good, yaar. See meri shakal dekho, yaar. See my face, how it has come. Please, please, please delete it." And I would say, yaar, Jesse, the way the face is वैसा ही आएगा ना, different थोड़ी लगेगा. And we used to all laugh over it. So which means that the way it is, it'll come in the picture, no dude. And we didn't have all these filters and all that jazz in the normal cameras those olden times. And he said, no, delete it now, don't put it up there. And we used to get the picture deleted and never ever allow it to become a positive out of that negative. But that's exactly what it is. Every positive photograph that we developed in our lives came out from that negative. It came out from that negative film that was inside the roll. And only the right amount of exposure, the right amount of light, the right amount of developing made it that amazing picture that became a memory of today. And I'm a very click happy person. I'm a selfie queen, and I think that royalty for these selfies should be with me because it started with me in 1994. But while I was working on my own self, all these little analogies of life were brought back to me on what it was when I was taking my pictures on trips because I was alone. I didn't have anybody to kind of, stop on the road and say, can you take a picture for me? I started taking pictures of my own self. And the aspect told me of how it is important to rely, the reliance on that inner self, the reliance and implicit trust that I can do it. Whether anybody is there or not, I can do it. So first, the reliance that yes, I can do it. If I change my perception about my true self, about my own vanity, about the way I look. For example, I was extremely slim and trim in my media life of 20 years, and I would party every single day, and I had some fantastic clothes, and I look at the clothes and I think, how did I wear that spaghetti? How did I even wear this kind of a thing? But they just looked fantastic. So after my life and death illness in 2005, 2006, due to steroids and all, on my recovery, I went to about 72 kgs. And after the recovery, there were even my set of clothes which I had not removed and given them away. I said, no, I'm going to wear these. And so many of my friends would say, please, look at your arm, look at your stomach coming out. What is wrong with you? Don't wear this spaghetti top now. And I would still wear that and go to Enigma to dance and party. And I felt good. I felt great about myself. And I used to laugh that, it is like those, heavy duty South heroines that were always loved for their weight. And big deal if I've got weight, I love myself and I'm going to enjoy. I've gone to a 5-star nightclub in track pants with oiled hair and a rubber band and felt great about it. But that is what came back. I didn't remember all these episodes just like that. They were brought to me back in my meditative state when I was working on my inner garbage of releasing all the resentment and nonsense and this and that and the martyrdom and the victimhood that was lying inside me. And all of these pointers were brought to me of how everything was reflecting outside of me. How to overcome negative thoughts. So Swapnil, negative thoughts again. Everything, as I said, if you kind of know that the biryani that is cooked in your house or the vegetable that is cooked in your house is dependable on the quality of the raw vegetables that your mother or your house help is going to bring from the bazaar, is it possible to make a great biryani with all the masala that you have? No. The reason being, it is the raw, it is the core which is important. So the core aspect of our negative thoughts again is this internal victimhood and martyrdom which is there. So release any self-inflicting thoughts that you may have, any bicharapan that you may have, and the moment you get a negative thought, the best way to cut energy there and there. So if you are example, if you are saying, oh, I don't think I'll get this job, every time people with influence only get a job, okay, immediately cut that thought by saying, I will get this job. I get this job on my own merit. I know I will be fantastic for this job. I know I will be able to give my 100% to this job. I know I deserve this job. So just like that, if you have any such aspect of life for which you are creating negative statements for yourself, immediately put up a positive, absolute opposite statement and keep rattling it. I deserve this job. I deserve this job. I'm going to be 100% with this job. I absolutely deserve this job. And just keep saying it till you feel the calmness of that positive statement. Neeta, I already addressed how do you say a no. So people who can never say a no, please, the next time that you really want to say a no, in your heart and mind, just pray to your guardian angels. Whatever that I speak, please help this to be spoken in the light of God, in the love of God, and help the other person to receive it in the same light. Give me the right words to speak. And after a little calmness settles in, breathe in and breathe out for some time, and then go and speak to the person or message or call the person, whatever that you need to do. But first, be, as I said, convinced within. Everything begins and ends at the self. We have to know that. There is no jazz out of it. We cannot be breaking our heads and moving around like headless chickens to get things outside of us. We have to focus to align it, iron it out from the inside, and then project it on the outside. So we close this by saying that the most important thing that this awakening of this inner mentor will do is guide you at every step and keep you in that alignment, as I said, with the universal energies and the life force energy source which is outside of us, the same way that it is within us. It will become your compass and your calibrator, which will be constantly giving you the right directions. The compass will not fail. In earlier times, when there were no compasses, our ancestors would look at the stars. Our ancestors would look up into the skies for direction. They would feel the wind and see where the wind is blowing and know how the route should take place. So when we connect with that inner force, you will start becoming connected to the senses, which are the 5 senses which is within us and the senses beyond us. You will open up the gateways to a more healthy, fulfilled, content, more lively, more loving, more joyful and successful life. Yes, Avansha, I will give a thanks to all at New Age Sage as well for this wonderful, wonderful live chat. And I think we've gone beyond the 20 minutes, but no worries. Every time is important to serve and to share and to learn and to grow together. So please be there. I'll have these chats more often on things. Keep participating on our page and writing what you want to know, and we shall create these live topics and live chats just as our monthly meditations. So once again, this month my monthly meditation is at New Age Sage on 29th of July, 5 to 7, which is an interactive 2-hour spiritual session, and followed by Awaken Your Inner Light meditation. This is a very, very special and profound and powerful meditation, which is based on the 7 realities given by Avatar Meher Baba, and which has been created to propel this energy of the Guru, the God, the Master, the Mentor, the Coach, the Friend within us. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And thank you for everything. Thank you, God, for everything. And a very big namaste once again, where the divinity within me bows down to the divinity within you. The power within me bows down to the power within you. The consciousness within me bows down to the consciousness within you. So lots of love, and stay blessed, loved and protected in love and light, and super duper Godspeed. Ciao, ciao.